2-1. This is Deducter bringing you the ace match of KT versus Woongjin. We will have the matchup that everybody's looking forward to. Flash versus Zero. This is on Icarus. I am very excited for this game. This is going to be an epic matchup. I would say Flash is the Terran at the 12 o'clock position, and the yellow Terran Zero is the blue Zerg at the 9 o'clock position. Zero surely wants to avenge his humiliating defeat. Well, maybe it wasn't that humiliating, but it looked to me that it was pretty humiliating. 3-0 defeat at the hands of Flash in the MSL Finals. And Flash has been destroying Zerg left and right yet again. And, I mean, he wants to win this, of course, the ace match. And bring KT up in the overall series 1-0. I believe it is another best of 3 or best of 7s. But Zero surely wants to win this game and try to finish this off right here, right now, and not only avenge his own personal failure, but win it for his team. And also tell Flash that he is not invincible in TVZ, that I do have your number, and I have improved since our last encounter here. This cannot be more of an epic matchup, I have to say. These two are developing to quite a rivalry. Prior to MSL, Flash and Zero were fairly even in lifetime statistics. I believe it was Flash 4 and Zero 3, but after having read Zero 3-0-0, that's pretty funny to say. Anyway, Flash is now up 7-3 in lifetime statistics, I do believe. I do think so, against Zero. So Zero, surely he wants to avenge himself here. He wants to acquit himself well. He wants to prove to the world that he is a top caliber Zerg player. If he can get it done here, I think, and do so in convincing fashion, he will, in my mind, be the number 2 Zerg player above Hydra even. Hydra not quite able to overcome his Flash issues, I have to say. Hydra able to take on, it seems, any other not just Zerg. Hydra able to take on any other player in the world, it seems, except Flash, and Zero able to take on any other player in the world except Flash. Perhaps we shall see how this game turns out here. And now this drone just going to come in the front here to do what it can to annoy Flash. Flash, you can see, put down the supply depot to block there. He is very, very paranoid about some sort of fast break, as well he should be. Surely he's seen some games by, for instance, Baxter, where he used a drone to stop supply depot block, and then his 7 pool, I think it was, crushed the Terran player. I forget who the Terran player was. It was in the ODT. I believe it might have been, geez, I can't remember, unfortunately. Anyway, it looks like this drone getting forced back here. And, I mean, this game cannot be more epic, I would say, even though right now the other player doing too many clever things. Zero has kept the drone on that ramp. He wants to prevent Flash from seeing whatever he's doing. I think that is critical. Denying information to Flash is very, very important. If you let Flash know what you're doing, you're basically giving up. Because Flash seemingly has a build to counter every possibility here. He has contingency plans for every conceivable scenario, it seems. If Zero goes for instance, 2 hatched lurkers, I'm sure that Flash knows exactly what he needs to do to stop this, and Zero starting to morph a few links to drive back this scouting SCV here. Flash has finished his command center at the front. Rask into CZ build here, it looks like, for Flash. Flash is going to go for his fast infantry aggressive action build here. So let's hope that Zero has spent some time thinking about this Flash with an idle SCV there. That is quite uncharacteristic of him. Perhaps that is head injury telling there. Perhaps it is. Anyway, Zero, I mean, he suffered those losses in the MSL Finals twice to Valkyries and once to a fast infantry attack. I mean, all 3 games had a lot of infantry out by Flash. He focused a lot on that. So here's hoping that Zero has thought about this carefully, and he has some sort of counter here to Flash's play. Otherwise, he is just going to go down in yet, as another Zerg player to fall at the hands of Flash's hyper-aggressive early action. Zero is a pretty good field commander. He is quite capable of executing surrounds and other attacks. Well, you know, surrounds and ambushes. He is very good at that. He's gone for a Hydralisk then. Ha! This is what I mean, exactly. Well, this is not 2-hatch lurkers. This is not the Cholera build. Cholera build famously 2-hatch lurker 0. He's put down his Hydrolist then before the layer's finished, but he's got another hatchery ability. I don't know. I guess he's going for more lurkers. Emphasis on the lurkers, perhaps. He's surely not going to go Hydrolist against Medic Marines. That is beyond suicidal. Unless he knows something I don't. I imagine what he wants to do is eschew the Mealist entirely, since they don't seem to be doing much for him, and focus on lurkers, which can still be very effective against infantry when employed correctly. Flash, perhaps he's hoping to catch Flash's forces pinned against a corner there. Flash does have this tendency to rally his units to a place where he can't retreat them, and then sending the lurkers for a massive attack to crush Flash's army. That could work out extremely well. Flash with Comsat. He is going to be able to scan this, perhaps. I'm not sure whether he'll actually scan the Hydrolist and is at an off-center location. But if he scans the main and he scans the natural and doesn't see a Spire, for instance, he might be suspicious. Although, on the other hand, the Spire could just be put down, certain where the Hydrolist then is now. So, Flash, let's see whether he sniffs this out. He does have a very uncanny ability to know exactly what the Zerg player has gone for. You can see Zero has built quite a few Zerglings. I think that's what he wants to do. Execute a sort of clever Hydrolist Zergling attack here. Flash pushing out with a few units. And now Zero morphing all sorts of Hydrolist. Surely he wants to go for lurkers. Ling Lurker Assault is something that might catch Flash off guard, and it might be able to defeat him, especially considering he scanned and will not have any energy, perhaps in time to deal with this. Here's hoping that, I think by the time lurkers are ready, Flash is going to have scan to deal with it again, but he's not going to have too many, and now 2 Sunkens going down the front. I don't think Zero is going to mind this infantry pressure. If Flash tries to go for the attack, it's not going to work. All sorts of lurkers morphing in the background here. Flash would be wise not to go for the attack. Flash he is in great danger here. All sorts of lurkers morphing at the front. Flash's reinforcements getting caught off guard here, and Zero going to finish off all these units. Well done, I have to say. This is exactly what Zero needs to do. He is an able field commander. Now Zero mobilizing his lurkers. He's got 2 at the front, perhaps as a trap. Flash may not smell this. Oh no! Zero could pull off a great lurker attack. Brilliant maneuver by Zero, I have to say, catching Flash completely out of guard with those South Lurkers and Woongjin teammates. Brilliant attack by Zero. This is almost savior-less. I have to say, not quite though. Savior would do something even clever, but this is what I mean. Zero, brilliant command of his field units. Now he's going to go for blood here. Attack at the natural. He could close this game out right now. He's got 5 lurkers, plenty of Zerglings. He's getting his Queen's Nest. Flash only with a small force of infantry out now. Flash senses that he needs to buy time. Zero not going to push his luck. Now, Flash getting a second bunker down. Once he gets those 2 bunkers down, I don't think Zero is going to be able to break. Looks like Zero may have to go for it anyway. No, Zero proving that he is certainly a capable commander in this game. But Flash, having been caught a bit off guard here, I don't think he's going to mind too much. He has his factory finished now. He needs to get some tanks out and his science vessels. Zero has opted to go for Hive, and now Zero gonna be able to put down his 3rd base without much of an issue. Lurker drop here coming in by Zero. Well, that I have to say, I don't know whether Flash actually has scan to deal with this, but the lurkers will be dropped on top of this cliff here. Well, that I have to say by Zero. Flash is not gonna be able to deal with this. A secondary drop incoming by Zero. At the main, Zero has truly practiced out of his mind to play against Flash here. Flash has nothing to do with this drop. Dual-pronged assault, which is what Flash personally loves to do, and Zero is going to be able to kill all sorts of units here at the main. It looks like Flash's infantry forced to come in single file here to try to clean this out. Zero going for the scanner, gonna kill that scanner, and now Flash is down to 1 scanner. Things looking pretty desperate for Flash. Flash forced to lift the command center at his main. Absolutely brilliant play from Zero to say he's proven that he has not suffered too much from his defeat. Flash, though, with a scan, able to clean out a number of the lurker. He just doesn't have enough units, looks like, to get this done. And Flash still looking calm. Flash going to be able to kill that Overlord. Ooh, Zero not quite careful. I think he would have been better off leaving those lurkers on top of that cliff here. He has lost that secondary attack force that he could utilize. Flash looks like is going to be able to survive here. There are only 3 lurkers left. All the Zerglings have died. And but Zero has inflicted a lot of damage on Flash. He's killed quite a few supply depots, and he's killed a lot of Flash's units. Flash has not been able to push out of his base ever since that first initial foray, and now Defilers are going down for Zero. Flash has survived though, which is always dangerous, and Zero perhaps going to go for another drop here. I'm not sure whether this is wise. This time Flash has units in position for an intercept. Zero would be wise perhaps to try and attack the natural before launching an attack at the main, but that was absolutely brilliant dual drop. Now Zero setting up another lurker trap. I think those two are probably stop lurkers, and Flash here's hoping that he doesn't fall for that. No, Zero is going to pull his lurkers back. Evolution Chamber and Filer's Spawn going down here for Zero. Zero has played absolutely well, and now Zero bring his two lurkers over here again to drop, to try to attack the refinery and attack what SEVs he can. Flash should have a tank out to deal with this, but without a science vessel to spot, he is going to have to waste a lot of scans to deal with that, and I don't think Flash wants to waste the scans at this moment. Those two lurkers have the are very useful in denying mining from that gas, so certainly valuable. And Flash, you can see, not keeping his units together as best he can. He needs to be more careful, keep the medics together with the Marines. That second gas has been taken down, and Flash will be severely delayed in what science vessels he can put to the field. Zero playing very well this game, proving if he played like this in the MSL Finals, it would have been one amazing series. I guess that was destiny on Flash's side, telling him that he is Nada. Or at least he is going to equal Nada in terms of the medal count. Nada is still a more winning player. I mean, back then there were a lot of StarCraft tournaments, and you could just take a look at Nada's resume. He's got so many golds from all the little tournaments back then. Flash trying to launch an attack here at the base, at the armor clock. I don't think he's going to be able to get it done here. There are too many Zerglings that are going to come in and clean this force up, and those Scourge going to be able to finish off this dropship. Flash's drop not accomplishing much of anything, fortunately for him. Flash has managed to mass up a few tanks here, and he needs a science vessels out desperately to deal with those two lurkers. Again, he's not able to mine gas, and that is going to really hurt his tech. Zero with complete map control. Looks like Flash with just one field army out to try to deal with this, and now Zero going to be forced to withdraw. Zero perhaps going for a drop at the main. If he has the Filers, it could yet work out well, but Flash has forces in position to intercept. And Flash, mistake here, moving his infantry out, getting 3 Marines killed by those lurkers at the front. I heard a consume there. Science vessel out here for Flash. He probably needs to save the irradiates for the defilers, which he knows surely will be out sooner rather than later. Good swarm here, covering all those lurkers, forcing Flash back. At least Flash doesn't take too many losses to this. And now Flash, another great swarm down by Zero, going to force Flash back yet again. And now Flash's forces are pinned near this bridge here. If Zero has enough units, he could go in for the kill. Zero is trying to launch a double pronged assault, but Flash looks like might be able to withdraw his units from this pocket. Let's see. Flash barely able to slip his units out. It looks like those two lurkers still on that cliff, and that Overlord being warded away here. Those two lurkers, one with 4 kills, again going to harass Flash and be very annoying. Flash might be at great risk of getting his forces surrounded there. Lurkers in the back. If there's a simultaneous attack at the front, Zero could wipe this army out, and Flash would be in desperate trouble. Zero picking off that science vessel, and this is what I mean. Flash not always with the best tactical sense, getting his forces surrounded, barely able to escape with his life with what few Marines he has left there. Another disastrous defeat, and now Flash, I think, is going to run out of forces. Zero pushing at the front. I don't think this is wise. He's not going to be able to get it done. I feel with the bunkers and the tanks, Flash will be able to hold out. But I guess Zero just wants to keep Flash pinned in his base. Flash only with a tiny army on the field now. Zero with the Filers consuming all sorts of units. Flash going to irradiate that. And now Zero pushing in for the final swarm assault here. It looks like massive attack coming in. Flash's tanks utterly useless against the swarm. Those two bunkers again useless. Zero streaming reinforcements. I think Zero is going to take this game. Flash is counterattacking at that base. And the Zerglack, but it's not going to matter. I think Zero is going to be able to deal with this. Flash's tanks pinned against the wall here. They can't withdraw. Those tanks are going to go down. GG coming from Flash. Brilliant game by Zero, I have to say. Zero with absolutely great use of his units. This is the Zero. This is the Zero that I think we all would have wished for in the MSL Finals, and he's shown that his defeat early on, he certainly avenged himself here, and he's won it for Stars. Stars is up 1-0 in the overall series, and Zero has proven to me that he is the #2 Zerg player on the field. This game has surpassed my expectations, even though they were very high going in. Anyway, thank you for watching.
있죠. 더 신내서 들이받는 게 아니라 병력 어느 정도만 시간만 끌고 나서 자신이 정말 바라고 있었던 디팔러 띄울 때까지 기다렸다라는 거. 거기서 괜히 신내다가 괜히 이영호 선수에게 막히고 드랍십에 당하고 이럴 만한 단초를